Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. This weekend is probably going to be one of the biggest UFC extravaganzas of the whole year, with Holm going up against Ronda Rousey on UFC 193. Honestly, it seems like this fight was booked a long time ago, and it just sort of snuck up on me. I just had no expectation that this weekend was going to be the big Ronda Rousey fight. My buddy Justin told me last night, and I really was shocked. I know that Ronda Rousey has said that UFC 193 more than likely is going to be her last fight until at least UFC 200, if not after that. She has been planning on going, and she's been doing some outside interests out of UFC, where she says she wants to disappear. She did fight 3 times. This year, beating Kat Zingano, beating Beth Kochia in February and in August. So, she has been highly publicized by UFC, putting her out there. We know that Ronda Rousey's days in UFCs more than likely are done. She's probably going to have this fight and maybe 2 more fights after this, and that might be the end of her UFC career. I don't think that she has interests of going out there until the day she loses. I think she's gotten to a point where at 12-0, she thinks she's done just about everything there is to do in UFC. This current month, she was put on the cover of Ring Magazine, which is a boxing publication, which she was able to keep her ongoing feud with Floyd Mayweather going, where Floyd Mayweather was able to say that he thought it was bad for the sport of boxing to have somebody like Ronda Rousey on the cover of the magazine, no matter how popular she is in the world of UFC. I know that people will always debate Floyd Mayweather versus Ronda Rousey. There's no way in the world that this fight is ever going to happen. I don't think that there's a chance that it's hard to say who's going to win, the grappler or the boxer. But I mean it's what's been debated for years. But I don't think we've ever actually talked about who would win a fight between a guy and a girl before. And I don't think that fight's ever going to happen. But with this fight coming up with Ronda Rousey and Holm definitely is the best sort of stand-up boxer that Ronda Rousey has ever faced. Even though Holm hasn't looked great in her victories for UFC, I don't know. Ronda is somebody who has gotten a lot better at her stand-up as well, being able to knock out Alexander Davis as well as Beth Kochia, instead of just using the arm bar over and over and over again in all of her fights. Though she knocked out Sarah McMahon as well, so I mean she's got 3 knockouts. So I don't think of Ronda Rousey as being somebody who's going to change her game in order to make herself look better. I think that she's going to, if the fight presents itself as a stand-up fight, I think that she'll stand there and throw punches. But I think if she has her way, I think she would more likely like to have the fight on the ground, where she'd have a chance to put that arm bar on, as we've seen so many countless times. I think that's the way the fight's going to go regardless. Ronda Rousey's going to get the win over the Holm. I just think that Holm is coming in underprepared. She did not make the mistake that Beth Kochia did, where Beth Kochia basically was running her mouth, really insulted Ronda, and Ronda took it to the point of saying that the fight was now personal instead of just being for business and going out there and having a sport. It was actually going to be where she was going to toy with Beth Kochia, and she wanted to actually beat the living piss out of her to the point of getting revenge for the things that she said. And when the fight came down to it, it went 34 seconds. So if she really did toy with her, and she really did put more pain on her than she was going to if it was a normal fight, who knows how short that fight would have went. But honestly, in my opinion, Miesha Tate is the only person to ever take Ronda out of the 3rd round. I would be really surprised if this fight doesn't go 1 round, and then we'll have the debate again if UFC is worth the money, knowing that you're putting all that money down to watch 1 fight. I know that a lot of people are talking about the Bigfoot Silva fight, which is going down on that card as well. But that is the only fight that you're really paying for, is Holm versus Ronda Rousey. Are you willing to pay the money for the car crash in order to see the 30-second bonanza?